We're live. We're goddamn live. Oh my God. We're live. Hey. Alright, now then everyone, thank you for joining me on the first episode of Dave the Angry Trucker Does a Magnum. Wait, does a Magnum? What are we like 5? Come on, rename it to the Magnum Build. That's better. Re-roll it. Let's go. I am Dave the Angry Trucker, and behind you is my Magnum that you cannot see. Some of you, obviously, you'll have come from the Trucking with Dave. Some of you are new, just wanted to see the Magnum. Well, it all starts here. So currently, right now, while I'm speaking to you, it is the 30th of October, right? So yesterday, because this will be going up tomorrow, Friday. So yeah, 30th of October today. I am here with the Magnum. It is behind you. You're not seeing it because, you know, no spoilers. You didn't come here to just see it now, did you? You want to see how it got to where it looks. It looks different from when I picked it up. Now, for you that are just joining and don't know what's happened, it's basically about 6-7 months ago, I decided I was going to buy myself a truck. For all of you that don't know who I am, my name is Dave the Angry Trucker, or you can just call me Dave for short. I started off my influencing career on TikTok, doing silly videos talking about the trucking industry and the negative parts about it and the funny side of it. And that's how it all started, and that's what's got me here today, buying my own truck and doing this. But how this all started, where do we start? We start off where this all began. So about 4 months ago, I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy my own truck, and I'm going to start a YouTube channel building said truck. And no one else does their own trucks. They just keep sending it off to shops to get built. And then when you ask them, oh, how'd they do that? I don't know, I just paid for it and they did it. The reason why I'm doing this is because I found out that you go to these truck shows to see show trucks, and a lot of the show trucks are just identical trucks with different paint jobs. All right, some have really nice paint jobs, don't get me wrong. Some have nice, like there is the Top Gun or there is the Batman, or you know, there are a lot of nice trucks out there that have had really nice airbrushing. So my whole plan was, I want to prove to people that you don't have to take your truck to a local shop, all right, and then pay for something you don't know what you've paid for because they just said that's how much it cost. All right, it's up to you to go out there and decide, you know what, I'm going to do it myself. If the same prices were on car mods as they are on truck mods, would you pay for it? No, you wouldn't. But the reason why car mods are so low is because people are willing to work on their own cars. The truck's yours. Yeah, but no one's willing to work on them because they're so big and daunting. But it's not. I'm going to show you it's not. Now, currently as it stands, starting this, I know a bit about cars. Like I can change an engine, I can do diffs, I can do, you know, brakes and clutch and I can do pretty much anything I want to on a car. I've never done anything on a truck, ever. All right, apart from add some marker lights that I found on eBay and wire some speaker wiring and stuff like that. Everyone expected me to buy a DAF. And I don't blame you, I'm the DAF man. I am DAF. I will always say that DAF is the best working truck on the road. And it is. Argue with me as much as you want, I don't care. I am a driver. I drive a truck for a living. I know what a comfortable truck is, and a DAF is a comfortable truck to drive. DAF is a fantastic truck. But when it comes to me wanting to build a show truck, I needed something unique. Now, I couldn't afford the XG Plus because it's way out of my budget. I didn't want to do an XF because I've already got an XF with my face on it. I don't want to do 2. All right, I didn't want the earlier models because, no offense DAF, they're ugly. I decided to go for a truck that I've always liked. I saw one of these trucks when I used to work security at Gist in Barnsley, and one came in and I was like, wow. And I was like, that is amazing. I've never seen a truck like it, that is unique. Anyway, I decided I want a truck, and I told Dane, who owns the building I'm in with Trucker Girl, his wife, and I told him, and it just happened to be when I was fixing the police car a couple of months back, it broke down, took it to his to fix. He mentioned it, he says, oh Dave, have you seen there's a Magnum for sale? I'm like, all right, and they showed me this Magnum. I was just like, well it'd be stupid not to. So contacted the guy Pete, and yeah, went down, picked it up, I think it was that week, I think, and here it is now. So the reason why I got a Magnum and not a DAF is because, to me, the Magnum is more of a show truck than a work truck. The DAF is a work truck, not a show truck. Okay? Unless you get the XG Plus UK 30. Then that's just show truck all over. I decided I'm going to go for Magnum. We got the Magnum, we got it here, and then the whole plan starts. I am to build a show truck with no experience. I say no experience, but I have built show cars in the past. All right, so me and my dad built a Peugeot 206 from a standard 206 to, you know, a completely, you know, OTT Chavmobile, but it was amazing, and it got into a magazine. So, you know, I win. I did a good job. And then I got a Mercedes 190E, which I wouldn't really say I modified that much. I just put some wheels on it and I put a body kit on it myself, but the paintwork was someone else and the interior was done by a friend of mine. So yeah, that wasn't all me, but it did win an award. So I know what I'm doing. I know what colour schemes work. I know what's cool at the time. So why can't I do it with a truck? I mean, it's just bigger. That's all. It's just bigger bolts, bigger nuts, bigger tools, a bigger body, more paint, more stuff to put into it. But it's the same concept. If anything, doing a truck's probably easier than doing a car because, you know, with a car you've got little corners, whereas with a truck you've got big corners. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the idea. It just annoyed me that I have a lot of friends that have trucks, and I always ask them also, what did you pay for? You know, so you got this done. What did they do? And they're like, I don't know. They just did it, and it cost this much. I'm like, yeah, but how do you know that the work gone in is worth the money you gave out? You know, it might be just me being a Yorkshireman, being cheap, but I want to know the money I've paid was worth the job done. If I'm paying for, you know, a full LED light kit on this, I want to know what LED light kit they've used, how they've wired it, you know, if they've wired it all in one junction or if they've wired it, you know, separately and whatever, blah. I want to know how long it took them to do it, you know. I want to know all this little bit of information, right? I want to know where it's wired for. Is it wired for the roof coming down? Is it wired for the floor, you know, For all I know, they could have just bought like the cheapest LEDs ever that blow out within 5 seconds. They could have just drilled a hole straight through the back of the cab so water now gets in with it, you know? I want to know, is it worth the money I'm paying for, or have they just done a shit job, but because no one else is willing to do it, they put the price up? Anyway, I think I've talked long enough. Let's get to it. This is the first episode of the Magnum Build. Enjoy. I'm really shit at talking. I can't talk. I'm just bad at talking. You would think I'd be good at it by now, but I'm not. I'm just so bad.
All right, how are we doing? It's that time.
Oh God, like some ghost, like a ghost. All right, so we're back with the Magnum, as you can see behind me. Some cool things you might notice. This came off, which is cool. Didn't think this side would because it is the fuel tank. I'll show you how these work. So these, I didn't realize these moved, but as you can see, it's just held on by a strap. Down here, there's a little button that you push up, which pushes this up, which allows it to come open. That sticks onto this wheel here to stop it from moving. But yeah, we've got the exhaust, the AdBlue tank, and the fuel tank. It's just a standard size fuel tank. Not too bad back here. I mean, there's a bit of grime and stuff. Needs clean off. A lot of dirt that's been collected. This mechanism here, this box, is your cab tilt. It's what makes the whole truck go forward, so you can get to the engine underneath. I have been told by someone that this has an electric cab tilt. Now, looking at this is like a motor. So maybe it does, but I can't find the switches that allow it to do it. So for now, you just stick a pipe in there and you just crank it, and that's what tips it over. All right, so we're going to walk around the truck now, and we're going to make notes of things that we need, things that we might need to buy, things that, you know, I'm going to have to change or that are damaged. All right, so on this side, nothing seems damaged. There you go, the first bit of damage. We have a bit of damage down here. It doesn't even, it's not even fitted really. Looks like it's been caught on something. We can probably fix this. You probably just a bit of fiberglass, push it back in place, just fiberglass it back on. So we can fix that because the whole thing's getting repainted, so we don't care. So we can fix that easy. A lot of you said that you do like this, but the thing I don't like about it is it doesn't go around the full edge. So it just stops, which annoys me. I don't like it. So taking that off today. Maybe taking this off today as well. Again, I'm not a fan of it. It's not that cool, but I have plans to reuse this at some point. No damage up there. Now, the one bit of damage that I have found, there's some scuffage here. Again, a bit of fiberglass on that, fix that up. It's not too bad at all. This is probably a part I'm going to have to replace. Obviously someone's tightened the nut up a bit too much and it's broken through the plastic. So try and find another one of these to replace. These bars behind here, the handles to get you around from there to there without falling down there, they need changing because you can see they're all rusty. There's no damage back here. This is good. It's just a bit of rust. It has been sat outside a long time and it is just metal. I'm gonna get all the catwalk off, get that fifth wheel box off. So get the catwalk off, get the A-frame out, get that off. These bars, that's cracked. So it's sturdy. That one's not. So I'm gonna need new bars, I reckon, and I'm gonna need new bar holders. These plastic things here. We've got obviously the new wing mirrors, but the main issue is the frame. Hopefully we can get that frame turned again. Hopefully we can get it cleaned up and make it look all right, because the frame is stiff. You can't move those at all. I've tried pushing and pulling, you cannot move it. So we'll have to see if we can get those frames undone. Right, and obviously we have the main issue, which is these lockers. We need to get in them. We need to know what's inside them. Here we've got rust. It's just surface rust. It's no major. Down here is more major. But both batteries definitely need changing. These batteries have had it. The truck is dead again, but I didn't really charge it that much. But yeah, they need changing. And we've got this electrical box here. I don't know what that's for. Maybe, I don't know, marker lights, or maybe there's something going to go under it. I want to take all of this off so I can get to the frame, because the frame needs painting. The whole truck is going to get fully redone. This here in the middle, solid metal, as you can see, it goes all the way around. Actually no, it doesn't, it stops there, doesn't it? Unless that's a corner piece. The only thing I've found that is an issue is this back here, which I'm not sure what that is, but whatever it is very rusty in there. Now we have got some proper lighting coming. We've got some studio lighting coming, so we can get this all lit up properly. Right, so first things first, I'm gonna get this bad boy off. What we need is a 15. There's 4 of them by looks, just 4 holding it on. Easy. I just realised this thing's probably really top heavy. When I do this, it's probably go 4 forward and 4 on. Oh, you son of a! It's a bit of weight on that. So that thing is probably held on by small screws. Crazy. So I'm guessing that was added extra. Unless these are just guards. There might have been a guard over it. I'm not sure what this could have been. But yeah, so all that weight is held into the truck by a singular bolt, 2 bolts. Yeah, there you go. Off she is. First thing, we're moving now. Well, it's started now. We can't stop now, can we? The motion has been moved. Right, I've noticed with this truck there is a lot of torque spits, a lot of them. So I'm glad I brought this. Right, I didn't explain the video, but I'm going to explain now because, you know, the power of editing. Okay, so all the tools I'm using and the tools I'll be using in the future, most of them have been hand-me-downs from my recently, well, he's been dead about 5 years, so not so recently, but yeah, my granddad gave me these tools. Which is upside down and completely a mess now. The tools, not my granddad. He's ashes now. Some Davetheangrytrucker morbid facts, let's go. If he was buried, he'd be rolling in his grave right now, listening to me drop his tools everywhere. R.I.P. Malcolm Greenfield, legend. Right. Oh, look at that. Fell out because it knew it was the one I needed. Fell out because it knew it was the one I needed. So what we're doing now is taking out these plastic bits here, because then we can get to the bolts for this main bit here. there's no wires going to that. There you go, now we know. Now we know. Alright, so we have a step in it now we had. It's not too bad. All this rust that I kind of shit myself when I saw it is the radiator mount. Right, just to clarify, I do not know technical terms for truck parts. This is not a radiator mount. Radiator mounts are something the radiator would sit on. This is a shield, right? There's a radiator behind it that this defends from rocks, which, as you can see, the rocks have done their damage to it. You will find out during this whole season, right, of this truck. I don't know nothing, right? I'm like you. I don't know what's going on, but we're here to learn, and that is not a mount. Okay, cool. Up there, the thing that I said were rusting. So we're going to need a new radiator mount because that has added. That is the only bad part of rust I have seen on the vehicle so far. That is just. It looks like it's just a radiator mount, just or maybe a wind deflector or something. Down here, I mean, bad. This is the mount that I'm having issues with at the moment. I must have a thing with the word mount. This is not a mount, okay? What this is it's a stop. So when the cab is tilted, this bar pulls out and stops the cab from tilting too far and basically falling on the floor. The bumping I'm talking about is when we were driving the truck down into this warehouse. It was knocking on that side, and I believe that might be stuck and hitting the bottom of the cab floor. There's going to be a lot of me stopping and talking, try to explain, make it more easy for you to understand, because I'm confused and I'm the one that bleeding said it. I'm having issues with it at the moment. As you can see, it is not doing what it's meant to be doing. So this is the other mount that works. You see how much farther back that is, and it's nice and loose, whereas this one is stiff and looks like. So let's see if it's hitting out. I am getting a knocking. I am getting a lot of a knocking noise. So is this touching the roof? I can't see. Can you see? Where is it? There it is. It is banging on something. Now I thought it might be this, but I think it's missing. One thing we're definitely going to need to change. So these are your cab mount bushers, and as you can see, they are pretty badly perished. So this will need changing, the bush. I'm not sure if this actually might be why it's banging, because it's obviously there's metal in there somewhere. So it could be this banging on there, and it's the same, I believe, with the other side. Now this one's not as bad at least, but it is still bad. So we're gonna have to change the cab mounts. Cab mount bushers. You've got to see why that side's stiff. We had to bang that back with a hammer, and the cab does sit a bit proud on this side. It sits a bit like an angle like that, which I believe is because of that. It's a battery never hurt anybody. Tell you what we're gonna do. Tell you what we're gonna do. We'll go see what that over. The proper Magnum looks like. Just want to give a big shout out to Pete, the previous owner to the truck. Didn't have to, but he actually sent me all of the parts that he had lying about from the truck before he modified it. So this grille, a sun visor, and even some wing mirror parts. So top lad, thank you very much. Don't know if we'll use them, but even so, you didn't have to, but you did. You're a legend. Thank you, Pete. Pretty cool, eh? It's broken. Yeah. So we're gonna have to get a new window seal as well. New window seal. You can take this off. This just comes off by 5 bolts, and this will come off separate, so I can get straight to that. I might do that now, actually. Might do that now. So this one was fun. So the 5 Torx bit bolts that are on this truck are actually held into this panel by 5 square nuts, which only one of them was still connected to the panel. The other 4 were rotted off. So when I spun the bolt, the nut spun with it. And you can imagine trying to get my fingers in between that small gap was difficult and very stressful. But we got it off in the end. It just took a lot longer, and the camera died in the process of me doing it. Alright, that took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. So the last nut on there had no surround on it. It was just spinning. I had to shove everything up there to try and get it out and try and lock it, and I eventually did. Something else I've learned while working on the Magnum. Come with me and I'll show you. Do not ever never put your tools here, because they fall down there and they never fall at the bottom. There's no, I've lost a 13mm socket, and I've also lost a 10mm spanner. Where are they?
After that little bit of stress that I deal with, I decided to go to the side locker to try and get inside that. If you didn't know, the lock is broken, so you have to do it a bit different.
I think we could do this with the plugs. So, I can see the mechanism what's connected to the lock. Look in there. Let me see what you can see. So, if you look in, hold on camera. Connected, basically it's a plastic. It's a plastic line that goes from there to the key. Now, if I could somehow get something in here to push it off, I think we're winning. I think we can win. Stupid things. Back the lock. Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about! Woo! I've got to hold this up. Where's the stand? Is there a stand? There's no stand. No. That's shit. There you go. So all I've done is see that plastic bit that's on the end of there, on the end of the lock. I broke it off, so it's in here, so it's there. It's just down there, on top of that Susie. So there you go. That's the inside. Yeah, not as good as I thought. I thought it'd be better, but yeah. At least we're in now, we're in. I mean, can't beat that. So what we need to do now is we need to change that lock's buggered. So let's get the lock out. There is the lock, and no special. This just didn't turn. Obviously it's seized shut. Where's the keys? Where's the keys? Oh. The key in, key turns, but nothing happens. We need a new lock. Lock is buggered. But cool, we've got sandwiches can go in here. I mean, that were easy. But that was like a bank safe. Yeah, come to me to break into shit. Interesting.
After the success with the locker, I decided to go to the seats on the interior. Now these are just some van seats someone's installed. I don't want them, so I thought I'll take them out. Another success, but it's harder than it looks.
Oh! Okay, so we can take the seats out, but we can't take the frame out. The frame's bolted in the frigging floor. This seat is bolted through the floor. Obviously. There's a nut on the other side underneath the cab. So a lot of the work I need to do, I need the cab up. I need the cab to be up to be able to do it. But how the hell? I'm coming out. Yes, you are. Gee, no, you're not. God, friggin' hell. Who that shit nuggets? I'm not coming out. No, I'm stuck in here. What we know, if this is anything to go on, yeah, that was about the thickness of the cab, really, doesn't it? So, I do need help. Please, thank you. Alright, let's see if this works, shall we? I've been told that this is a captain's seat. I'm not sure if it is, but we're going to find that out very, very soon. No way!
Alright, so I showed my wife this, and she's like, what's so interesting about a captain's seat? You can just spin. Look at my face. That is all you need to know. Alright, a captain's seat means you're a captain. Alright? It don't matter what it does. It's a captain. It spins. Alright, it's cool.
No way! Oh, it is. Lock. It's a captain's seat. Oh! Can you imagine going that way like that? Oh, no way. Oh, yes. And then spin. I'm so happy with this. Look at that. Oh,
She's up and going. We'll leave her running for a while, get her charged up. We're going to move out a bit so we can pull the cab up, get it tilted so we can get to that A-frame and get all my tools that are under the bleeding thing. not sure if we go to the middle of the truck, if we go to the middle of the warehouse, I'm not entirely sure. If you see my shannons, it's quite close. Mine is slightly shorter, so I think if we get in the middle, we might be able to tilt it. Yeah, so hopefully today, so hopefully if we get in the middle, we'll have to tilt it a bit. I don't need it all the way over, but I need it enough so I can get to the bolts underneath and get to everything else underneath. That shut you up? Huh? That shut you up? Yeah. I don't recommend doing this, but it's what we're gonna have to do for the time being. But there are all the nuts that's holding in that seat. So, brilliant idea. It looks like it's gonna fall and just miss everything, but I think this basically goes like at a right angle when it comes down. So I think when this goes over, it's gonna hit this beam here. So I think that's as far as we can take it while inside the warehouse. In the warehouse. It's not gonna work. Is it dangerous working under here while it's half tilted? Yeah.
Do not do this. Do not do this.
Oh, see that one just, there you go. Well, yeah, that's not meant to do that. Okay. Okay. Right, we'll start with closest to me.
Bottom?
Just go into this bottom corner.
Alright, yeah. Yeah. Next one along.
Didn't see. Did you see? Did you see my ass hanging out the door? No, barely. You saw Dane though.
I was in the danger zone. Dangerous day. Why didn't you go out the passenger side? Because you
Hey,
wouldn't,
that's a good point.
you wouldn't have had a steering wheel to contend with.
Yeah, but too late.
I'd love to help you, but I've took over cameramanning.
All right. Yeah. Clean out. All right, I'm gonna drop this. All right. Let's get out more.
At least we've got some seats for garage now.
Okay, so now we're taking off the A-frame, so there's a few bolts holding it onto the cab, and then there's some holding it onto the catwalk itself, which we need off to take the catwalk on.
How do we get this on?
Shit bastard.
I must have pressed record, even though we're already recording, but we did it. I got you coming over in frigging scissor lift, or crane, whatever you call it. So Dane is now just taking out all these individual little bolts. But yeah, Dave's shit. If I had someone recording, that would have happened. But Michael, yeah. That's good. Here is the frame.
There's the gearbox. Look at that machine. Whoa!
Can't believe it's got all Susie's still on it. I can't believe every Susie's on it. Could hook this up to a truck trailer today. It'd be fine. if we had the fifth wheel.
It wants
drainage points.
It wants drill holes putting in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Because that's where all that black sludge is coming from.
I bet it's come from these holes, hasn't it?
Yeah, because that's just been sat, getting rained on. They're not watertight seals, so it's just been soaking through screw holes.
What me and Dane are talking about here is when the truck was transported from where we picked it up to Doncaster, it was soaked in like a sludge and we didn't know where it came from. The truck wasn't wet, it wasn't a wet day, but it was covered in black like sludge water. And we realised when we took off the catwalk that the catwalk actually has holes in it for these bolts to go through into the frame, but they weren't sealed. So every time it rained or whatever, it would seep into the frame. And because there's no drainage points in this frame, the water would actually stay inside the frame. So even though that frame looks like it's, you know, good and dry, inside there's a small canal.
This will be full of water, this.
It would make sense because there were no water on it when we set off. And when we got it, it was covered in that shit. So I bet you're right. Oi! There we go.
We'll just stand here.
Well, that's where we know where the water's coming from then. It's got no drainage holes in it. It's clean though, ish.
Drink it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's been there for. Wash my hands with that. There's gonna be tons of it, I bet it's all full. Oh, there she is, there she blows.
Pick this up.
Can weld.
It can weld.
You can definitely.
Yeah,
that's
when that bouncing about, that's just sludge coming out.
Dane's made me some drainage holes now. Dane's been drilling holes in all of the box section. Everywhere that's got a hole in it, is basically filled with water. So this section here is full of water, but that doesn't connect to this section here, which it hasn't got an hole in it, but that one has, so that one needs holes in it. Basically, he's been emptying out, and the hole underneath the truck now looks like what? Looks like a flood. It's easy to take off, is this. So there's a bolt there, same on the other side, just there, right there. And it's also fitted there, but it's missing a bolt on this side, and one's that there. So it's simple to take. I think it's 4 bolts that hold it on, so it's easy enough to take off. Just needs a very good clean. Needs a good clean. Right, we're having issues with this. I'm not sure if this is meant to work or if it actually is meant to open or if it's just for show, but this will not come off. This, all it does is just spins into this little circle component here. Spins around like so, but it's not releasing on that other side. It kind of turns and then gets locked in. So I thought this might be electrical, and when you lock the door, that little ring that's in there might close tight so you can't open it. Because obviously when you're in bed, you don't want people just opening this and pissing into your, you know, water tanks and stuff. This is going to go before that. Because the camera died, but basically I went ha ha ha! And as you can see, pointless. There's nothing behind it. Use only engine coolant specified by the manufacturer. Wait, what? Why is it got that on it? So it's telling me there's something in here, but there's nothing in here.
Oh, the coolant, because it's a left-hand drive.
Yeah. Does it have it on that side though?
Does it have what?
A sticker, one. Yeah. No, that's weird.
I brought tools. Yeah, it's just fucked in it. I think it's all just rusted together inside it.
There we go. So it's not electrical, that's good news, so now I know. Yeah. But we need, the thing is though, we need it because we need to get this open because I've got to this door off when we do painting because I don't want to paint this while it's on because I don't want to get through all these areas and all that.
You'll take all panels off really, won't we?
Yeah. So, it needed to come off. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this wing mirror off and we'll try and sort it because if you can see, it doesn't move. I'll tell you what, I've got ladders at home, stretching them off. Okay, so as you can see, it doesn't move whatsoever, which is an issue, and that one's. See, I'm not a mechanic, and this is all about learning. You're learning with me. I don't know how these things are put together, but I'm finding out. Might find out the wrong way at some points, you know, like snapping shit off, but that's why we call us Yorkshire. We don't mess around, we don't fast talking, we just get it done.
Boom.
We get it done. See, we can get to the mechanism, so it looks like we can just lube it up from this way of doing it. So I'm hoping, the one thing I'm hoping, I hope we can keep this frame. We can change these. That looks like in good condition, that one. That one might be changing though. But the frame I don't want to have to buy, because the frame's not bad, it just needs a bit of painting.
Cobwebs going around that bit then.
Honestly, there's nothing more. The one thing that's holding this truck together is just cobwebs. Okay, just being sucked in. Like a washing machine.
Pretty clean, yo.
It's just all cobweb. Just take the cobwebs off this truck and be ready for show.
Yeah, I want one out of
I'll tell you what we'll do.
Disconnect the electricity.
Yeah.
So are they electrically adjustable then?
Yeah.
That's good. Rather than just punching. Oh.
Yeah, twist and pull. No, it's just a pull. Is the Magnum on the side, this side panel here. I want to cover that back up so you can't see that. So get rid of all the writing, same with the A-frame. I want to get rid of that, sand everything down, I'll just get rid of them. I don't see point in them anymore. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing to step on here to get in. So you'd have to do it through. This is how you do it, this is how silly it is. So you walk up the steps, and then you swing around, but you're already, you can do it with one hand. You don't need this. You get over there, just go.
So it's quite easily, even when there's no catwalk there.
It's easy for a guy on my size, which
Yeah.
is fine. Obviously, if you're a bit shorter, it might be an issue, because it is a bit of a struggle jumping around the corner. But
Truthfully as well, because we're going to have all steel down there. You can just jump up from side for us.
yeah, so we can get like a step or something just to jump on here. And because it's not a working truck at the moment, we're having this discussion at the moment, whether it's going to be purely show or we'll put the fifth wheel on eventually. I want the option to be able to put the fifth wheel on, so if, you know, later down the line we want to use this as a working truck, we can put it on. But if we do, the issue we have is, like I said, is this bar here. Because this bar here would impede the fifth wheel, because these things with holes in here, these are the runners for the fifth wheel. I've never shifted my fifth wheel, ever, but you never know, especially with that on the back of it. You might need it further back on, whatever, because it adds a bit extra on the back. If I put this truck into a show without a fifth wheel, it's classed as a non-working truck, obviously, so it's put into purely show trucks. You're against a lot harder competitions. You're against trucks that have literally just come out of a body shop, pristine, everything. You know, these trucks have never been used on road, alright? So I'm against them. If I pull a fifth wheel on it, I automatically go into the working truck. As long as I carry a trailer, it's then classed as a working vehicle, working truck. And I get put into a category of all the, you know, people that do everything the same and there's all, you know, it's all boring. And there is some that are good. You know, there is some that have gone out there and took the time and put the effort in to make it unique. But a lot of the trucks just, you know, bit of paint, and some wheels, some Durabright wheels, and that's it. So it all depends what I want to do. Personally, I want the option, because eventually I might want to do it. I might want to use it as a work truck. I'm going to do a more in-detailed talking part of this, but we need to get this whiteboard sorted. I'm buying a whiteboard so we can sit down and have a conversation. But I just wanted to get it dismantled first. Dismantling, we don't need to talk about dismantling, it's just as simple as we get it dismantled and get it ready for getting changed. So yeah, little things we've got to decide and discuss. See what handles there for now. All the locks on this truck need changing. All of them. Door locks, obviously locker locks, all the things that require the keys need changing because these door locks don't work. Because this key, I'll show you the key. You've never seen the key before, have you? This is the key, and you see there's loads of keys with it. Obviously it's changed a few keys a few times. That is the locking mechanism. The rubber's perished completely through it. So you're literally just clicking buttons. But none of these keys work. I'll show you. Come on.
Just what I just realised.
What?
That's still got my battery in from my Range Rover.
It has.
I never took it back off you.
Fantastic job. So this key doesn't even fit right by the looks. It's going upwards. So that does nothing. This key, same again. There is 3 of those keys. This is a different one. This is the same as the actual key. This should work. Doesn't. This one. So none of the keys work in that lock. So when it died, there was no way of getting in it.
And how much fun was that?
Yeah, it was annoying. It was very annoying. So I think at some point they've had issues with the locks because this must be the original barrel key because it still works in the truck, obviously, unless they've had the barrel changed. But no key works on these doors. No key works on anything. Actually, we'll see. Let's see if this key works here. That does not work. Take it off. What does it say on it? Valiant. Oh, well that's weird.
It turned it without going in.
It turned it without going in. So there's a hack. There's a hack to this key. Just don't put it all the way in.
Has someone snapped end it key off? Is there a key in it?
No, because that other key went all the way in it. Is it? That's a problem. I think I've just locked it.
It won't unlock.
It won't unlock now.
Well, new fuel cap.
New fuel cap indeed. Unless the vehicle key works in this. It does not. Now, what about these keys? Is this what this key's for? So I've got 2 keys for a fuel tank, for a fuel cap that I can't get to once the catwalk's on. Make that make sense. I'll never use them because I can't get to it. It needs, if we're going to do it, we need to get a fuel cap that has a lock on top, not on the side.
Yes, like one up here.
Yeah, so we can't use that, it's pointless. So these keys, useless, I'll never use them. So now at least we've got 2 drive keys. Still don't know what these, unless they're for lockers.
The middle one's lockable.
How cool is this though? Didn't realise this.
Oh shit.
So you can see your steps. The main shame about this is all the tyres need changing. But the tyres are brand new. Look at them.
Oh my god.
They are brand spanking new. They must have just been changed before I went off the road.
Do they actually need changing?
Oh my god. Why would you? Why would you? Why would you do that? Why would you do this? That is the stupidest shit. How are you going to do that down there? How are you going to do that? You can't. I'll tell you how you're going to do it. You don't. You don't take them off by looks.
So I think if you lift, how far can you lift that up? It's a problem.
Things you redesign. It's a cool design, but absolute garbage when put into practice. So if you ever want to take off your wing tops, you need to take off the Dutch board. That don't sound right. No. The metal's sharp. I won't let you know that. Pete.
Is it Pete that got this done? It is. It's Pete that got this done, isn't it? Pete, this is your idea. I can see why you sold it now. Feeling under there, I think if we get underneath the back, we can probably pull it from down there. Which seems like a really arsehole way of doing things. But yeah, like I was saying, the worst part about this is all these tyres need changing because the walls are all cracked. But they are brand spanking new tyres. They've got tons of tread on them. But the walls are completely cracked. So I know this wall is, and that wall over there is. I'm not sure about the inner wheel. If the inner wheel's fine, I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but, you know, swapping sounds cool. Leave a comment if you've ever seen a frame this unique, this as much as this. Because I think the guy who made this, I think he just went to a lad, just was an apprentice or some shit. He just went, here, build us a catwalk. I need a box frame. Nothing too special. He's a good welder. We've all had this conversation. He's a very good welder because we've had to drill holes in all these individual parts so it releases all the water that it's caught because the water can't get out of it. He needs sealed bolts. Those bolts that he's put in just slide in and out, don't they?
Well, yeah, they all popped, didn't they? They were rivets, weren't they?
No, they were bolts.
Oh, were they actually bolts?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is I want to change it so it's like Shannon's and she only has 4 in. So we don't need, because you look at just this one section here has 3.
And then it goes.
And then you go up here and you've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, you know, it's just overkill. So I'm thinking 1 corner there, 1 corner there, 1 corner there. I know why he's done it. He's done it that way so it don't rattle, but we don't need that many. It's just too many. Right, so that's me done for this week. Video should be out tomorrow, Monday, for you all to see. And yeah, not long. I say that it's gonna be like 2 years. I can guarantee. It seems like it's gonna be too long. I just wish I never started. I wish I never bought this truck. I wish I never. I can understand why people take them to shops now. Because they're heavy as shit. Right, see you, bye!